All right, so after hours with Andy, after hours of the office, we done set up the shutdown. We just had our last meeting for the day. And we're doing after hours where you get to ask me questions either about my personal life, business, pretty much just a Q&A. So we're going to do some Q&A today. We got some questions lined up. Today you can ask questions if you're watching this on Facebook Live, Instagram, or you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. Put the questions down in the comments, write the questions, and then if I don't reach out to you answering them on this one, then I'll answer them on the next one. So we have some questions already lined up. So you can ask some questions in the comments. Let's start with some questions. What do we got, Lolo?
The first question is, do you have siblings?
Yeah, I actually do. I got a little brother. We grew up together. I've known him since the day he was born. Okay, real stuff. I've known him since the day he was born. His name is Alan. So his name is Alan Audate. My name is Andy Audate. So we got an AA. So got a little brother, 2 years younger than me, and I make sure that he's doing well in this world. What else you got?
What's your favorite TV show at the moment?
What I do watch is a lot of Netflix here and there. Currently, I love this show, Undercover Billionaire. So this show, Undercover Billionaire, is regarding someone who is a multimillionaire or billionaire, and what they do is that they're given $100 and a truck and a cell phone, and they have to build $1 million business in 90 days, and they do it from scratch. They can't use their first name, they can't use their last name. They do it from scratch. So I love that show because it's not just the entertainment portion, but it's also the education portion.
Okay. What's the song that gets you ready in the day? Or do you even listen to music?
I do listen to music. Part of my background, for some of you who don't know, 14 years old, I was listening to rap music, and I said I want to be a rapper. So I went and created a studio in my mom's basement. In one of the guest bedrooms, one of the spare bedrooms, I made the closet into a makeshift booth, and then turned that into a studio and recorded content recorded audio content every single day. So rap music inspired me to become a rapper, and still to this day I listen to rap and hip hop music. It gets me in the mood of like hustle, drive, and push and push and push. So I want to ask on Instagram Live, what is my most influential book? My most influential book is going to be, I think it's the book that I just read right now. Truly a life-changing book as far as like if you're a business owner and want to create systems. This book is going to be a 4-hour work week. So the 4-hour work week has been pretty influential. Why? It's about creating a business that you only need to operate 4 hours a week. Now, the idea for me reading it wasn't the goal of me reading a book in 4 hours, me reading the book and hopefully me having a 4-hour work week. The idea is how to maximize time. So how to produce more in a short amount of time. So what takes people 40 or 50 hours of work, Tim Ferriss was able to do it in 4 hours. And he shares in his book, how to remove 80% of your non-productive clients, how to make more in the 20% of time, how to get more out of your team, what softwares, what tools to specifically use. So the most influential book as of most recently is going to be the 4-hour work week and the E-Myth, which is the entrepreneurial myth revisited, and that book is by Michael Gerber. We read it from front to back, the whole thing. I listened to an audiobook, but from front to back, and the reason why I love that book is because that book is about franchising, model, and scaling your business.
So I have another question.
Shoot.
Are you willing to share a bad habit that you have?
A bad habit that I have is going to be biting my nails when I'm nervous. So in any predicament, I was just doing a big contract today. I was in my office, and I noticed I don't know where to start biting my nails. So one of my bad habits is I'm constantly biting my nails. Someone put favorite musician. So favorite musician, that's from Instagram Live. So if you don't follow me on Instagram yet, go to Instagram, type in ANDY AUDATE, Instagram, Andy Audate, search me, follow me, let's connect. So that way you can be on this one live next time. Favorite musician is going to be Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. The reason why is not necessarily because of his music, but because of his story. I understand his message. I know what his why is, why he's doing it. I know the story behind it, and I know the business that he runs. And the story I can really resonate with.
Awesome. What's your middle name?
Oh, man.
So people want to know.
So my middle name is Bonaventure.
What does Bonaventure mean?
It's a saint's name. So, I'm God sent. That's why. I believe I'm God's soldier, that I'm honored to do a mission and to do a project. So that's represented in my middle name.
If you could pack your bags and go to 3 places in the next, let's say, 3 weeks, where would you go if you can choose 3 places?
I'm going to Asia, Europe, and Germany.
Really?
Yeah. and that's because that's the first thing that came to my mind. And, I'm just that type of dude to commit. So, hey, that's why I talk about business and life. It's like, hey, commit first. Then, the rest will happen. And whatever happens, and it's all part of the plan. So I commit first. So now I just said Georgia. Asia, Europe, and Germany. So I would go to these 3 places.
Okay, awesome. What does your ideal day look like?
So ideal days, I wake up at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to my kitchen table. I look at my goals, meditate on my goals for 15 minutes. Then I read a physical book for 15 minutes. Should read 15-20 minutes. By then I get up and I leave the desk and I go work out. Go work out for 45 minutes to an hour. Come home, take a shower, get dressed, cook breakfast, make my breakfast, drive to the office super early, have a productive work day where my meetings are preset. My team takes care of my meetings where I get into the meetings on time. These meetings are 10 to 15 minutes long instead of an hour or 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Then complete the meetings, shoot content like this. Love doing this. End the work day at 5 o'clock exact. Right now we're doing after hours, so we're after 5 o'clock. So end the content by 5 p.m., end the content and work day by 5 p.m., leave the office, go do another workout, then spend time with my lovely lady at home, watch some TV, talk about our goals, what we want to accomplish, or even having some type of extracurricular activity outside of the home, and then be in bed by 9:30. That's the perfect day.
All right, forgive me for saying this wrong. From Mingles Strong, says Andy, thanks for always sharing your story. You're a great storyteller. Do you have a favorite childhood story that influenced this ability?
So for Mingo Strong, thank you for asking that question. Powerful question. Do I have a childhood experience that allowed me to be a great storyteller? I think the childhood experience, and I do. I believe I do. And I believe the experience that really pushed me to create and be eminent and be confident in myself and my vocabulary and how I speak, regardless of what room I'm in. I've been in rooms with strong, powerful people, and I've been in rooms with not so strong, powerful people, and I show up powerfully the same in both. I'm animated. People love to have me in the room, and I was made fun of as a kid. People made fun of me because I had gynecomastia, which is the enlargement of my chest breast, and people were making fun of me, and when people made fun of me, I had to psych myself up to allow myself to recognize how powerful, how sexy, how amazing Andy Audate is. So at this point, it's very hard to try to hurt me like with your words. Because I know who I am, I know where I come from, I know who created me, I know like what I'm here to do. So it's hard for someone to psych me out. Like it shows more of their character than it does for me. So when someone put me in that position and I had to psych myself up and become a character, that's when I knew that I had the power. So I use that skill set in the rest of my life. So that way I continually have the power. And by me having this power, it allows me to be animated through my storytelling and not be nervous and not be scared. All right, what's next?
Okay.
Ask questions.
I have one for you.
All right, cool.
Would you ever audition for any type of show on TV? Or have you actually auditioned?
Not for TV. I've done movies, but not
done movies?
I've done movies, but I'm not TV. But what I would do, I believe I'm an amazing actor. I believe me and Will Smith have many skills in common. Right, when I first moved to California, by the way, when I first moved to Cali, the first place I went to was the Bel Air house. True story. I landed, as soon as my car got to California, I landed a couple hours before my car. As soon as my car got to California, I drove to the Bel Air house, and I said, I want to see the house. And when I got to the house, there was a white old lady that drove out of the building, and I said, man, you live in the Bel Air house. Now, come to find out that video, like when you see Will Smith's Bel Air house, when you see the house outside, that's a real house, but the inside on the TV show is a set. So the inside of that house does not even look like, the actual house does not even look like what the set looks like. But I got an opportunity to go see the house. So I would audition for a show. And not only would I audition for a show, if it's in my wheelhouse. Like I think I'm really skilled on if I did a gangster movie, if I did some type of gangster movie or a thug movie or a business movie, that would be truly skilled at that.
Okay, awesome. So Greg Inspires is asking, what does success mean to you?
Success means hitting the target, like putting a goal in mind and hitting the target. But to create success on a regular basis, it's simple. It's 2 words: progress daily. If we look at anyone who's successful, if we look at anyone who's achieved anything in life, and you look at that person to be successful, you'll see the commonality in their life is that the net result of their life is always progressing. It's always getting better. Last week, they're a different person. person. Today they're a different person than they were last year. Today they're a different person than they were last week. Today they're a different person than they were yesterday. Today, true story. Today, because of my partner, I'm a different person than I was yesterday.
Peter, real estate is asking, what's your current goal and past goal?
All right, one of my past goals, October 2019. Well, that's a past goal. I wrote down on a document, I said, there was a certain amount of revenue that I wanted to hit, and I said I want to hit the certain amount of revenue. In addition to that, I said, hey, I want to find the love of my life. I hit both. Second thing. So I found the love of my life and I hit the revenue goals. And then the second thing is going to be, my current goal is a certain amount of profit. So we're focused on profitability versus revenue right now in my business in the current place that's at. So it's to hit a certain amount of profit. Look, in business, you can focus on revenue. You can have different metrics. You can focus on how many team members you want to have, how many certain amount of clients that you want to have, focus on profit, focus on certain amount of content, but focus on the measurables. Like, make sure that you have measurables, because what you can measure, you can manage. So be sure to be able to do that, okay?
What's something that you failed at?
Ooh, that's everyone talks about the good stuff.
Yeah, but we're all human, right?
Yeah, we're all human. So something that I have failed at. I think I fail like on a weekly basis. I think there's a lot of things that I don't hit, a lot of targets, a lot of things that I don't hit, but I don't really look at it as failure. I look at it more as like a lesson of like what not to do. One thing, I can't put my thumb on one thing, but I can tell you that there's consistent failures, whether it's social media, whether it's in business, whether it's in my personality, whether it's in my relationships. I mean, I failed a lot even in my personal relationships. I failed sometimes even in being a son. I called my mom today and she said to me, hey, I feel like I haven't talked to you this week. It's Wednesday. I haven't even talked to you at all this week. And, sometimes I see the effects that it has on my mother. And now I'm like, hey, constantly, learning to, okay, although I got a lot of stuff going on in my life, let me make sure that I'm up to date with reaching out to my family. So looking at failure is not the end all be all, but make sure that you're looking at what the lesson is. Like in every lesson, there's a blessing.
What are about 2 or 3 things that you carry every single day with you?
My cell phone, my keys, my wallet, and my t-shirt. Underwear and pants are optional. Underwear and pants are optional, but definitely shoes.
Okay.
Definitely shoes. So t-shirt, shoes, underwear and pants are optional.
After the necessities, let's say you're clothed. So after the necessities, 3 things that you also carry.
My personality.
Or your huge 1 gallon of water gallon.
Oh yeah. 1 gallon of water. If you're around me, and it's cold. It stays cold throughout the whole day. So I'll fill this up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then it stays cold all day, even till midnight, and then I'll finish that around 10 o'clock at night.
So being that you're an entrepreneur and you have virtual team and office team, do you believe in a 9-to-5 schedule? And do you follow 9 to 5?
Do I follow a 9 to 5? There was 2 questions in there. Question number 1 was, do you believe it's efficient? Do I believe a 9 to 5 is efficient?
Yeah.
And the second question, do I believe in a 9 to 5? And the second question was,
do you follow the 9 to 5 schedule?
All right. So do I believe in a 9 to 5? No. I don't believe in a 9 to 5. I believe in getting the shit done. Do I follow it? No. It's 5:39. We're still in the office.
Because it's after hours.
Because we're doing after hours. So no, I don't believe in either, man. I think it's just about getting if you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then that's when things become problematic. All right. So you gotta be able to have fun, do stuff like this. I love the fact that I was able to jump on here, create a show on this with James's support and Laura's support on the side. So you gotta have fun. Would you consider this to be fun?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, it's just interacting, and now we're gonna do this. I'd rather do this more often, and then plug it in and so on and so forth. Plug in the cameras, so on and so forth. All right, so what's the next one? Someone said watching while on flight to Mexico. Andy is dope. What is it? What is Instagram? Businessman
swag.
Businessman swag. Love it. I appreciate your businessman swag.
How long does it take for you to get ready for your day?
Oh, so if we're talking about like clothes,
like wake up and go.
Wake up and go. I could do it in 25 minutes. Here's my routine. I wake up every morning. Thank God. I made it through the night. I'm glad I made it. I just do it by myself solely. Thank God I made it. And then I go to brush my teeth, and then I put a little bit of water in my hair, take a shower, and then I put my hair conditioner. I have a leave-in hair conditioner. Put that on. Then once I complete that, put on my pants with my left leg first. Then put on my pants with my right leg. Separate times, by the way. Can't do it both at the same time. Then after I do that, I then put my shoes on, and then I put my shirt on, and then I'm out the door.
Okay.
Then I curl my hair. You see, I got a little little curly. So
You have a system.
I got a little system, man. I got that curl in my hair.
Okay, so would you say you're a spender or a saver?
Am I no, I'm a generator.
But do you save your income or do you spend your income?
I'm a generator. So I generate income. So we talk about I generate more than I spend. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I make more money than I can spend.
Okay, so it sounds like you're a saver.
I'm a generator.
Okay.
Because I don't spend. There's money coming out every day. So I mean, I don't save. So there's money coming out every day. But I'm a generator.
Generator to spend and save.
Yeah, you could call that. 2 more questions, right?
Yes. Who are your best friends?
Me, myself, and I, God, and my girlfriend, George, Patrick. George, love you, man. Patrick, love you, brother. Joe, all my peeps.
Okay, this is the last question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain what you thought LA was going to be like versus what it actually was?
Oh
You're from
my!
the East Coast.
I'm from the East Coast, yeah. So I came from the East Coast, moved to the West Coast at 21, I banked a bunch of money, put the money to the side, and came to live a certain lifestyle in Los Angeles. I got a luxurious apartment downtown LA. Oh, I'm living the life, like this is what I see on TV. I get into my car, drive down the street from my luxurious apartment. I mean, my apartment the complex got like multiple pools, multiple business offices, basketball court. My court was full size and had the Lakers logo because I lived less than a mile from Staples Center. Beautiful area. Then I drive down the street and I'm in what do we call that spot? Skid Row. I'm in Skid Row, literally within a couple blocks. So not to smash on Skid Row. But the lifestyle is different because Skid Row is where homeless people live in tents, and I thought I was completely far away from that. But literally within walking distance, I was in Skid Row. So if you ever go to Los Angeles, you'll see that like they don't really show that on TV, but the homeless was right next to Beverly Hills. Like you're talking about if you're driving the Rolls Royce, you're probably driving the Rolls Royce around homeless people. Not that there's anything wrong with being homeless. I was homeless at one point, but the proximity is so close with Los Angeles. I think it's just a lot of people kind of piled up on each other, and I believe that they're making a major change right now, especially with COVID, on how the population is set up and territories. So that was actually the real wake-up call. However, as far as opportunities, amazing opportunities in Los Angeles and California. Amazing. My career progressed so rapidly because everyone was on something. Everyone was like, hey, I gotta go somewhere. I gotta create something. I gotta move. I gotta shake. I gotta maneuver. I gotta create and do something. So by being around that energy, it pushed me to create and maneuver and go to the next level. So I loved it. I really did. Now I live in Las Vegas. And I want to have what I'm creating is the people that surround me. I'm giving them that energy to create and to thrive and to push and to create and push. So like our new team member James, this is his idea. For us to do this. This is all of James. So as we grow our relationship, this dude's gonna create and push and create more content and so on and so forth. We have one more?
Yeah, how often are you gonna do these after hours with Andy?
Shoot, we probably gotta do it during hours, but we should do that. I mean, a couple times a month. I think we should do a Q&A. Hey, if you wanna. We don't have a certain email right now, but if you want to ask me a question and you want to be featured on the next episode, email my team, support@andyaudate.com, and put the subject line, question for Andy's After Hour podcast. That's the subject line, okay? So that way my team knows how to segment it and get it to the right person so we can have it in the questions, all right? It was a pleasure spending some time with you tonight. We spent quite a few. And I'm excited to continue to do this more. So email my team, support@andyaudate.com. We'll get a regular email for this, but send it to support@andyaudate.com so that way we can answer your questions on the next episode. Thank you. Stay tuned. If you are on my Facebook, my podcast, or the YouTube, I want you to click the subscribe button, or you can leave a comment and that'll be the question, and I'll get the question. I'll read the comment and then I'll answer your question on the next episode. I'll see you then.